much of your struggle is self-made? The way of hustle.
It's 5 a.m. The alarm slices through the quiet room, the same sound she's lived with for years. She gets up, eyes half open, mind full of musts. On the mirror it says, "Work harder, be better, get ahead." She looks at herself for a moment, but no longer knows what better even means. Coffee in hand, she sits at the laptop. Emails, projects, messages, an endless race. She says, "If I take one day off, I lose everything." Her calendar is crammed with tasks. She can't even explain why she does. Every night she's more tired than before, but repeats the same line, "I need to try harder." Effort has become a kind of faith, a ruthless religion that treats fatigue as a sin. One day in the middle of a work meeting, her mind shuts down, voices blur. It's like her body won't take orders anymore. Stressed, she heads home. Must have slept too little. I need to be stronger. But that night she's awake till morning, not working, thinking. A whisper runs through her head. Why is everything so hard? Isn't life supposed to get easier somewhere? No answer, just silence. And a deep tiredness no sleep can fill. Morning she starts again with coffee, a fake smile, and "I've got this." But that suffocating feeling is still there, a nameless heaviness. A coworker says, "You're amazing, always doing something." She laughs, but inside, if this is amazing, why am I so exhausted? At night, she lies on her back, eyes fixed on the ceiling. Maybe I'm misunderstanding what effort means. That a small moment is a spark, though she doesn't know what it will light. Days later, something simple. Coffee spills across the desk. Everything's a mess. Instead of anger, she just laughs. Feels like something in me is too tired to fight. That night, she puts the phone away and writes, "Is it possible to move forward without pressure?" Her hand trembles. But for the first time in ages, she feels free. Next morning, instead of a checklist, she writes one task. Just for today, live lighter. And a small voice inside says, maybe this is the starting point. On the way to work, she reads the billboards, all screaming more, faster, better. She murmurs, maybe less, slower, deeper is truer. She realizes she chased the weight of success, not the ease of meaning. That night, she makes one simple choice. Sleep an hour without thinking about tomorrow. Tonight, I don't want to win. I just want to rest. And right then, before sleep, a small smile appears. Maybe the first one with no reason.
Calm in simplicity, finding the easier way.
Morning. No alarm. She wakes on her own with soft sunlight. No coffee, no task list, no stress. Just a deep breath and one thought. I want to live easier today. She used to think ease meant failure. Now it feels like another form of courage. She tells herself if something's going to be hard, let the reason be worth it. She reviews her projects and writes one question by each. Is this truly necessary? She crosses out half the list. Her heart flutters at first, then freedom. Maybe the first step to making life easier is removing the excess. At noon, a coworker asked, "One helps so we can finish faster?" "No, I want to do it better." Better has a new, sweet meaning. At night, she journals, "The hardest thing about living easy is believing simple will actually work." She sees most of her exhaustion came not from work, but from resisting simplicity. If my mind gets lighter, maybe my work will too. New rule starting tomorrow. No task should be so complex that it scares me. First practice, clear the desk. Notebooks, sticky notes, extras, everything goes. When she's done, she stares and says, silence can be beautiful too. Now her mind, like the desk, has a space for what's real. She opens a long delayed task, but tries a new approach. Begin without perfectionism, starting imperfect. It's waiting forever. The work moves, not fast, not slow, just flowing. She writes, when things get simpler, they are not only easier, they are more meaningful. Next day at the laptop, she feels something familiar yet new, like someone who's just learned to breathe. An important email arrives before she'd reply instantly. Now she waits a few minutes, lets her mind settle, then writes. The reply is short, clear, no fluff, and strangely the best yet. Easy means clear. When something's clear, the hardness dissolves. At dinner, she eats without her phone. First time in ages. Flavor is real. Time slows. Life feels tangible. She writes, simplicity creates presence. Presence creates quality. That night she feels lighter, not from rest, from unloading the mind. Maybe easy is an inside decision, not an outside condition. Eyes closed, a quiet smile in the dark. I'm learning to live easier, and I'm still just lighter. A weightless mind doing with calm, not anxiety. She wakes smiling, no alarm, no rush. Her mind is calm, like pre-dawn blue. Instead of what do I have to do, she asks what can I do easily, but that matters. She opens a new notebook, titles it easy but essential. First line she writes, if it isn't simple, it's either a lie or not yet understood. She reopens the project she'd been avoiding. It once gave her anxiety. Now she'll just take one small step. She works 10 minutes and tells herself that's enough for today. She used to think stopping meant failure. Now she knows a pause honors the past. Afternoon in a park, a cool breeze, dancing leaves. She just watches, no agenda. For the first time, silence isn't scary, it's an embrace. Her mind doesn't empty, but she doesn't fight it anymore. Thoughts come and go. I'm the observer, not the victim. That sharp anxiety slowly becomes a soft focus. She realized even working can be a kind of meditation. She promises herself, from now on, I won't do anything in stress. If I do it, I'll do it calmly, or not at all. She does small things with love, writing one line, washing one cup, even fastening buttons. Every movement becomes practice for being. She feels lighter, not because the tasks are done, but because she's dropped the useless weight. An old friend calls, why so low-key lately? I'm learning to show up less, but be more myself. Her friend laughs. She's serious. Presence isn't the same as being always available. Under warm lamplight, she writes, a weightless mind isn't idle. It just knows when not to act. A busy workday, but this time nothing collapses. Everything sits where it belongs. Each problem that comes, she inhales before responding. Easy means choosing a response, not firing a reaction. Things finish earlier than usual, not from hurry, from clarity. Real productivity comes from an uncluttered mind, not a full one. She smiles and writes, nothing is important enough to cost me my peace. At dusk she brews tea, palms wrap the cup, steam rises, each wisp freeing a thought. A whisper inside, simplicity isn't a past, it's a way of seeing. For the first time in a long time, work doesn't hurt her. Tasks got easier, not because the world changed, because I stopped making it hard. Light living, the art of less to become more. Morning rain, on the table a cup of tea, a piece of bird, and silence. She looks around, there's less of everything, and somehow she feels more. She no longer has to remind herself stay calm. Calm finds its own way in. One day, staring out the window, maybe simplicity is the world's finest luxury. She once had answers for everything. Now she just listens to people, to wind, to herself. She writes, light living means, before yes, ask, do I truly need it? Tasks that once stressed her now move with inner order, not from obligation, from choice. Each day she removes one small thing, a pointless task, an extra item, a heavy thought. With every letting go, another corner of her lights up. Lightness begins by clearing out and continues by keeping the calm. One day she powers off her phone, fear at first, then release. That night with no scrolling, she listened to the rain. Time becomes time again. Next morning, her smile is different, not from achievement, from presence. On a walk, she picks up a dry leaf, studies its details. The world was always beautiful. I was just in too much of a hurry. She starts saying no, softly, firmly. Each no is a yes to herself. Friends are surprised. Why are you so calm? Because I finally learned to live easy, not rushed. She no longer tries to fill her day. She looks for meaning. A new project is offered. before she'd accept instantly, now let me sleep on it. That one night is her boundary between haste and awareness. Even her failures are lighter now. When you make a mistake and don't attack yourself, it stops being heavy. She turns the lamp off earlier. She no longer believes staying up proves value. She writes the important work is the kind done calmly, not anxiously. Her mind feels like a tidy room, a few thoughts, a few hopes, a steady quiet. She's learning the joy of not doing. Sometimes less is more, like silence giving music its meaning. Now she understands simple living isn't a goal, it's daily practice. One step a day, one small decision, one easy choice. Living easy means the same task, with a lighter heart. That night she writes, an easy life is a conscious choice, and I'm choosing it every day. She turns off the light, smiles and whispers in the dark. This is the lightness I was looking for. Ease within, final nod to the book. Morning, soft sunlight through the window. No alarm, no rush, no much. She pours tea, smiles at the rising steam. How the simple things taste like life. She no longer chases a packed calendar. An open day means calm, not slacking. She writes, working effortlessly is trusting life. Emails still calm, tasks still exist, but her mind doesn't shake. I can't make everything easy, but I can be easier. When someone asks, how are you so calm? Because I stopped writing what's already flowing. That night, mid-task, she pauses, hands off the key. I don't need every hardship to prove my worth. She writes, easy isn't enemy of hard work. It's the enemy of doing without a why. She knows life won't always be easy, but it can be lived with inner ease. She listens to the clock, each tick a reminder to be here. She thinks of the past, those days she took pride in panting. Now she just smiles. I don't have to prove I'm hustling, I just need to be at peace. One quiet evening, she opens an old notebook full of plans, pump-up quotes, and fatigue. I thought that was the way, but the right path is the one you walk with a smile, not a strain. She opens her new notebook and writes on the first page, in a gentle hand. Easy means in tune with yourself. It feels like a beginning, not an ending. A friend texts, can you deliver the project sooner? Not immediately, but certainly right. Right weighs more to her than any sooner. She looks up at the sky. Life is easy when you stop trying to control it. A bright sense within says, everything gets easy when you stop being hard. She understands ease isn't surrender. It's understanding the current of life. A few minutes of silence, then this calm isn't from stopping. It's from moving rightly. She writes, hardness was part of the road, but ease became my choice. Eyes closed, a smile, the kind you wear when you have found your way. Her tea has gone cold. She sips and laughs. Even cold tea is lovely when your mind is warm. A book lies open on the table. Effortless, Greg McKeown. Her finger traces a line. When something is designed correctly, it becomes effortless. You're right, Greg. I finally learned how to live more effortlessly. She looks outside. It's raining, yet the sky is bright, a beautiful contrast, like her. She whispers, I don't need to force life to flow. I just need to go with it.